Okay, good evening. So today we will see about data visualizations with Matplotlib. And that we will see uh, first part. And before Matplotlib exploration, we have to do some data transformations or exploratory data uh, with pandas, and then we will plot all the required graphs using Matplotlib depending on our requirement. So today we will see how to clean up our data or how to get data into the required shape, and then how to plot the graphs using Matplotlib. So what will you make by end of the session is like how to visualize our data and create charts with Matplotlib, how to pivot, group and manipulate our data using pandas. So to get in the format we want, and how to implement using timestamps to time series data, how to convert it, and how to create style and customize a chart according to our requirement. So now, so we are actually analyzing the popularity of different languages over time. So it will be, we will be using one query. Using that, I will be showing that how to get the data from that from 2008 to till 2001. Uh, so how we will be getting programming languages data from 2008 to till today? What are the different programming languages? What is the most programming buzzword, or what is the most people talking about which programming language? Depending on how we will be doing, we will be actually querying the stack flow overflow data. So using so generally if you see a Stack Overflow, there will be a script. For example, if you see here, there will be tags along with which question, like if you are asking any question, it will be automatically tagged to which language it is querying. For example, this JavaScript. Depending on the tags, we will be having data, and we will be fetching the data using the Stack Exchange. Stack Exchange is nothing but it will have all the Stack Overflow data. So we will be running one query. It's a website. For example, if I just this one, yeah. So this is the query to get what are the different. So group by creation and tag name. Yeah, once we run the query, we can download our CSV, and then we can do our analysis. So it is again, it's a directly Stack Overflow sponsored one, so we don't. It's the data which is in Stack Overflow only. We are just using the Stack Exchange platform to get the data. So now the starting point here, we have provided the starter notebook. We have given, so just already we have mentioned how to get a Google Collaboratory into our drive, and now once this is the starting notebook, just uh, copy and unzip to our local, and then just paste it under collab notebooks. So I have done it. So for example, yeah, yeah. So this is the one. Yeah. So I have pasted under collab notebooks, and then if you double click, it will open again here. So before that, and now we have queries also, results, like query results is like just we have mentioned what are the old queries, but I think Instead of this, we can query our own data. So you don't bother about where the query is. Once you open this uh, collaboratory notebook, so you will get here the first cell will be here. So this once we click, you can directly, it will automatically redirect to here, and you can run the code, run the query and get the data. Now and then we have to add it to our just once we download it, we can just drag and drop under uh, data section directly. So it should be outside sample data. So if I just go back to lab, so it should be once you click here, you just drag and drop here in not inside sample data. Just you can just keep it uh, outside the sample data folder. So now we have to do preliminary data explorations like so plotting what we require. We should do some initial analysis, and then we should do the pivoting or what kind of stuff we need depending on whatever we want to plot. We have to transform our data accordingly. So as of now we want to plot uh, how many posts per language according to the year are there. So to that we need to do some kind of analysis. So before that we will be doing just revising already what we have learned before. So it's like read CSV documentation. When we click on this, it will just open on the link. So just so now we have to do all this. So first we have to do this. The first thing, if you see here, we have to provide the column names. Why? Because again, if I just go back to this language, so this will be the tag name some way. There is no correct format, so just we will be m tag name and some there is no column name also for this. So how we will be doing is using read CSV, so we can there are multiple uh, arguments we can pass, but we will be using file path and names sequence of where we can provide our own column names, but we have to pass explicitly header equal to 0, or then only we will be renaming the headers. It will be automatically renamed. So I'm going back to here now. Just again I have imported statements. If we just run the cell, it got imported, pandas I have imported, and then so if we just read query results, so here the results CSV I have downloaded it, and the latest, because the latest only will be having 1024 data also. Just if I just scroll right below, okay, sorry, something like this. Yeah, still 2024 June 1st we have data. So now we have given a column names header equal to 0, so using the same read CSV. So now how to examine first 5 rows and the last 5 rows. So here already what are we define here examinations. So first 5 rows. So this why you have to use this, it's already all the things what we are doing like in mentioned in the PPT is already mentioned in this notebook. So for first examination, first 5 rows we already know, we can use directly the head command. Okay, let's see where it is. Can you use just so it's like five first 5 rows. So just I just want to check for on the dimensions of data frame. Okay, sorry. Somewhere I have, yeah, just if I just want to move above, okay, yeah. Yeah, df of title, and then yeah, the same thing we have mentioned here, solution how to get it. So even the counts, so the old data is having 1991 and 3 columns, but the new data, how much we are having? 2649 according. So as of now it is July, but still we have only June data. Maybe they will upload according to month wise. Uh, so maybe if I run the same query in August, I can get the July data also. So then my data will be getting increased. But if I just want to count how many are there, the count, the same thing. So it's like, so we have all to 2649 entries are there. So now, if I just going the next thing, so as of now, if you see here, the tag is name of the programming language. So now we are doing analysis programming language. So here, for example, in July 2008, there are 3 posts language tagged C. So the same thing, if I just go to exploration and if I see my head example, first so here C sharp C, like 3 posts, July 2008. So now what we have to figure it out is like we have to figure it out how to this which programming language Stack Overflow should this lesson. So because last time we have used ID max, right? Something like that. We have to use that. So using this one, so the how to get the how many count is there. So it's like we have to directly first we have to group by, and we have to group by dot sum. So what it will do, it will automatically group all the posts. So here if you see, it's like so assembly language is having number of posts is like 44560, like the same thing using C sharp, C++, Delphi, Go, Java, JavaScript, and then Perl, PHP. So these are the different things. So if I just want to know how, so I'm just creating some temp here. Correct. Here are posts where it's converting that into Mhm. Hmm. So JavaScript is having more listing. So what I did, I did nothing, just for using group by and using we are just using only a posts column to sum it up. And then what I'm doing, this is because we need to reindex, uh, because this will give a series object, not a data frame. Once we reset the index, then it will go into data frame, and using the data frame we are using a lock where we are getting the index of the posts where it is having maximum value, and then we are getting that thing. So we are just slicing it out, and we are saying it as a tempdf is, so it is at 7. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it is at 7th index. So JavaScript is having more. If I just, so even if you see its index, if you see index, JavaScript is having more number of posts all the time. So now if I how many data exists per language, so which fewest months in entry. So again the same thing. So it's like if you see so here we will be using count. So for each language we have how many I meant to say how many months of data exists per language. So we can use directly a count. So it's like for assembly we have 191 months of data. So the because for Go we have only 176 months of data. So why? Because Go is the latest language, so it might not be available for maybe depending on 2008, because it is the latest language. So Go is having the main, so it's having 160 months of data. So going back, so again now we will be fixing the timestamps. So as of now, if you see it is having 000, so it is fine, but uh, this is not a datetime object, so we will be converting this into a datetime object using a panda. So for example, if you see here, just taking Okay, because I already converted it, so that's why we are getting. So generally, if we don't do it, so if we just run for already the first time, we will get only this type of data. But because it's whenever we are loading this one, it's like timestamp of this one. So I just try to do this, so it will be I'm getting this type because I already did this or it converted total date column to a date time object. So this is so we have this to date time method. So we'll be calling that method and we are doing the same thing. So we are converting entire column to date time object. So this is the main to date time is one of the main important thing when we are working with date time series. Now the next thing is like the pivot method. This is one of the very important thing we will be using now. So again, this is just for our understanding purpose. For example, we have this kind of data, but we want actor name in the columns and index should be age. So and the power should be according to that age. So for example, actor Arnold at the old age his power is 75, at the young age his power is 80. So similarly, Jack the age engage over 100 and Jack at old age over 99. So the same thing kind of stuff. So how we will be doing this? So this is nothing but the easy this is the dash data frame whatever we have seen now. I'm just not running this. So the easiest way is just we will be calling index. So a pivot function on the data frame using where index is the age. So here we are indexing age as the index, age column as the index, and columns is called to actor. So actor column we are converting it into act, columns, and then value is like what are the values we need to display according to index age. We need to display power. Similarly, now what we have to do, but here if you see here the one thing is like nan value because for this Sylvester there is no old data, so that's why it has replaced with nan. So whenever we are calling the pivoting it will be automatically going to nan. So now here we have data frame, our data frame. So now we have to store that in the reshape thing. So each row is a date and each column is a programming language. So it is nothing but so here what we should be getting is like we should be getting this kind of data for every date how many uh, this thing like how many posts are there. So we will be converting this into uh, that data frame like pivoting data frame. So now if I just go back here again we are using index equal to date column as an index and I want this tag column to be a column, so we are converting tag column to columns and then this post is the post. So now what we have nearly 14 columns and there is 192 rows. So if you see here, we are not expecting this kind of NaN values. What we are expecting is like we are expecting something should looks 0.0. So we will be handling this. So now I just to see here. So what we have got 145 is the old data. Now we have 191, 192 rows. So now we just again if we check here, there are multiple things like C sharp is having 122, but like Exoterm is having one, Go is having 160 or 76. Why? Because so the count doesn't count the NaN values. So if Go is having multiple NaN values, so it's like for every month it is taking like 1000. So it's so Go is having low because it doesn't count. Now what we need to do, we will be handling the NaN values. So what we'll be doing, we are using fill and a method. So what it will do is so now I am filling a NaN numbers, not a number. NaN is nothing but not a number with 0, and I should keep it in place. So I so I should replace all the NaN NaN cells with 0. So whenever so this is very important, because if we don't keep it, whenever we call for the next time, it won't have zeros. Again it will in the another cell. Whenever we call again reshape, it won't get replaced until unless we keep in place equal to true, then only all the data will be replaced. So now if I just again issue head, if I just see the head, so now everything is replaced with NaN. So here we have NaN values, but now here I'm going to replace with 0.0. So now if I just want to check if still any NaN values are there. So if we are not giving in place, so this another way where we are updating our one of this way is this way where we have to keep plus equal to true, otherwise we have to re-update, like reassign our total data frame to the same variable. So now it is like we have to check if is any still there are any ways. So if the data frame is having any NaN values or not, there is a way to check. Yeah. So there are no any values. So now we are able to set further. So now I just have to plot something like this. I want what before what we need to do. Right. Yeah. So we need to actually import word data. So here we are to next main implementation of class. So before that, what we did, we have actually uh, done all the necessary data steps. So now we will be plotting the data. So what exactly that we will be doing? So this matplot, there are many libraries. Actual matplotlib, there are multiple libraries, but start matplotlib is one of the best combinations to work with pandas. So we are porting matplot pyplot as plot. Now we can. So it is the documentation. So if I just how to plot data, so you can just I look at this. So now we have to plot the poplet of the Java programming language. So now how we can do is simply one thing is like can actually give this one. So at the peak it has more things. So here what we are doing, we are plotting index. Index is nothing but this one where it has, and we have how many posts in Java. So the simple, but here we have different methods. So for example, if I want to use figure how to resize our, how to configure our x-axis, y-axis, how to do label and how to x label what is the x, what is y, and how to like set upper boundaries or lower boundaries. So now if I just use this, so I'm just going back to here, and now if you see we have plot size, if you see the graph got increased like the size of the plot. So here it is very minimal, but here if you see, we have plotted from 2008 this thing now. So here I want to do, I want to do again. So again, sorry. So here X6 font size. So let's get font size. So we are just configuring our graph. Yeah. So here number of rows. Here if you see date. So if you see now the 0 is at the main level. So the limit, y limit is the minimum limit is 0 and it is at and maximum limit we are getting 3500. So this is how lower boundary. And then if you see, yeah. So we have plotted a graph for Java. So next tomorrow we will be seeing how to plot uh, different languages and how to plot in the same graph how to plot different languages and how to uh, use different uh, like mean median data to plot. We will be seeing tomorrow. Like so, for example, tomorrow we will see how to plot Java and Python in the same chart and how they are differing the trends. So how Java is having more, where Python is having more data, more hosts, and where the Java is in which year. For example, here in 2014, Java got highest peak. So, for example, if I just want to plot Python, I just can just Python and so Python. If you see its popularity, it's like it is at 2020. That's it for today. Tomorrow we will see the next part.